Tourism and Events Commission meeting at 5:01 p.m. Will the clerk please take roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Commission Member Warner,
Present.
Commission Member Lesmeister,
Present.
Commission Member Peck,
Here.
Commission Member Amick,
Here.
and Commission Member Allen.
Present.
We do have a quorum.
Great. Did anyone submit a public comment in advance?
No, ma'am.
If anyone in actual or virtual attendance would like to speak, please raise your hand now. *9 is used to raise your hand if you are connected by phone. All right, moving on. The consent agenda. We will now move on to the consent agenda. Are there any items that anyone would like removed from the agenda? I take that as a no. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, approved. Moving on, it doesn't look like we have any guest presentations tonight. Correct? All right, but we do have an action agenda. So, Mr. Rizzatello.
Okay, thank you. For the action agenda item is the Martin Airfield Area Planning Study. As you may recall, this was primarily funded by State Community Economic Revitalization Board grant. And that area historically did not really have zoning tied to it. So again, the hallmarks of this study is that recommended a hybrid airport light industrial zoning for the key employment lands around the airport, so fronting Whitman Drive as well as the triangular Richard Boogie property between the railroad tracks and Whitman Drive, so that way that could be some employment lands. And then property south of Dones Creek, which is just south of Runway, that was pulled out as residential since that is what the landowner intends to do with that. The study came up with general assessments for how much extending utilities out there would cost, because right now the water and wastewater system pretty much dead ends at the homestead development, so it will require substantial extensions out there. Basically, if this study is recommended, it would go for council consideration, and it'd be appendix to the forthcoming comprehensive plan, because last time comprehensive plan went through city council, that was back when it had a different owner and we were considering pulling that area out of the UGA. So pretty much in the earlier adopted comprehensive plans, there's no language at all about Martin Airfield. It's like a ghost area. So that is basically the summary of the study.
Do we have any questions from anyone? All right, is there a motion to recommend the Martin Airfield Planning Study to council for adoption to the comprehensive plan as an appendix?
I'll make that motion. Doug Case.
Do we have a second?
Arlene, second.
All right, thank you so much. So approved. So moving on to our staff reports. Ms. Garcia, the Lions Park dedication ceremony.
All right. Thank you very much. We have a very exciting day planned for the community to celebrate the Lions Park dedication. The Chamber of Commerce, led by Miss Allen, will do a ribbon cutting for us. We're going to have a land welcome. Hold on, I have it somewhere. The fishing derby is going to take place thanks to the College Place Lions Club. They're going to redo that. They're going to bring it back. Our regular market will be running during the same time. My little boy is going to do the national anthem on the electric guitar, and we'll have a land welcome by tribal leader Janine Gordon. And then thankfully, the chamber will be doing a ribbon cutting ceremony for us. We're going to have swag bags with gift certificates to vendors and businesses in College Place, and vendors that will actually be there anyways. And some other exciting things, balloons and, such.
Well, I know we're looking forward to having that opened again, as my grandson lives right across the street, so we'll be visiting it quite a bit. Thank you so much. And now the Sister City Committee, Ms. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so the Youth Advisory Commission has what it did this last year for its project was kind of work on establishing a sister city committee. They're going to present to council at the upcoming council workshop on the 6th, and then hopefully take it to council for adoption on the 13th of May. We have received an unbelievably well-produced video from, I don't know, did everybody get a chance to see the video that they made for us? Pretty cool. Anyways, but they made a video for us, and hopefully as a city are going to, maybe we'll see what council says, but maybe take that on as a project. That will hopefully be open to the community as well.
Thank you. The chamber report, Mr. Rizzatello and Ms. Allen.
Okay, thank you. I'll just go over some, Miss Allen, if after I provide a summary, if you have anything to add, but please chime in. This was communicated to us a couple of weeks ago. Just thought it was pretty interesting, the results. Specifically, the second document goes into things jurisdiction by jurisdiction. As far as folks that were in the charrette thought about each of jurisdictions and basically moving forward for planning effects. City of College Place on the document starts at page 5. The general gist of things is that for folks that participated in this charrette that the chamber led, the College Place is in the right direction, but just trying to keep up our services with the growth, and then also provide needed services like the child care and figuring out how to diversify our revenue streams since the big issue comparable cities of our size is that a sizable number of the properties in town are not on the tax rolls, and even outside of the traditional college campus, because per state and federal tax law, even if a nonprofit owns stuff and it's not for their designated use, it still falls off. So that does cause an effect over time as we're still doing provision of services like police and fire. So just figuring out how to keep track of everything, because we do aggressively chase grants, but as they ebb and flow, we still need to keep our city going. Miss Allen, do you have anything additional?
I think I just want to share that was a great summary. Thank you for doing my job for me. That was perfect. I might have to hire you. I think I just want to say that the representative of your table, who was the table host, was Mayor Hernandez, who did an absolutely brilliant job of keeping everyone in the 3 sessions that were at the College Place table really on target and on task to talk about really what the Valley and College Place should look like in 2050. So thank all of you who attended. Great input. And we were so excited that people had such positive feelings about the direction that this community is going in and that you are on the right path and something to emulate in the area. So congratulations to College Place.
How many people attended?
So we had that maximum capacity at the hotel, which was just under 100 people.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, thank you so much. Moving on, proposed College Place Code 10.18 truck routes, Mr. Rosatello.
Okay, thank you. The proposal before you is an addition to municipal code to add truck routes to our city municipal code. This actually came up as a direct result of the Martin Airfield study because a couple of roads going into that area would need to be improved to a minor degree for freight. In looking at the freight maps that the state has, it has become apparent that even though some of our streets are marked as freight routes, there's nothing that was ever officially done to do that. And unless you have that done, you actually can't qualify for grant money to fix up any of it. So we're in a bit of a quagmire at that moment. So the code would essentially just designate these as the freight routes, and it's 125 Myra Road, which goes through our jurisdiction from the railroad tracks just north of Rose to Electric. West Whitman Drive, which was, but it's the section from the western city limits to Northwest Evans, which is Rack and Maintenance Source, former Blaze King building. Majanier Road up to College Avenue from Majanier 125. Northwest Evans, which again provides free access to Rack and Maintenance Source building. Wallula Avenue, that is already a freight route out in the county, but as we grow up north, which in the upcoming comprehensive plan, we will be making petitions to get up that way. It would be good to get that done ahead of time. Northeast Rose Street, basically from the intersection where Wallula meets it to the eastern city limits, and then also Southwest Meadowbrook Boulevard from Sydney Lane, which is a stoplight at Walmart, to State Route 125. So that's the gist of the code.
Thank you. Any questions there? All right.
Thanks.
Downtown Association formation update, Ms. Garcia.
Thank you, Chair Peck. I am pleased to be also in the presence of another Downtown College Place Association board member, Mr. Kirk Amick. So he can also provide any updates as well. But we, DCPA, I am also on that board. We have incorporated, we have gotten our EIN. We are in the process of getting our 501c3 designation. And Kirk has actually been the one doing the heavy lifting on all of that. So it's just been such a gift. Anyways, but yeah, we are actively planning projects. We're looking into the next 3 years. We have a pretty, big, I don't know, jump, to get where we want to be for sure. But there's so much momentum and it's such a great group that I actually have I have no concerns that it won't ever come to fruition or something. I think that this group will get it done. If one of us dies, I know that the group will get it done, so anyways, yeah, that's what's going on with the group. Hopefully working on 3 murals this summer. Maybe potentially one on the Atlas at Walla Walla University, which would be one of the first public art installations they have on that campus. So yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add, Kirk?
No, good group. And to Mary Elizabeth's point, I think we're lots of aspirations. it's just getting there. Yeah. So it's a slow process, but we're making some good headway.
Good.
I know it feels like a really slow process, but we are cooking along so quick. We started this initiative in November of last year, and to be at this point with a board and actually like in the action phase and planning community beautification and all that, like we're moving things along.
Well, I know they tried to get it started several times, so congratulations to you to get this going. So it's
Thank you.
gonna do nothing but benefit College Place, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Do you have any other questions? All right, development activity.
Okay, thank you. So update this list with some of the key things that are moving forward, and a lot of this will, one next month will be quite a bit longer because end of this month is the retail convention in Las Vegas, and that's where a lot of inquiries come from for hotels, restaurants, retail, and then also development in general. But ones that are moving so far is Project Murph. That's a gas station tied to the Walmart site. That apparently we believe they'll be turning in a plan soon, so it'll be good getting option on the south end of town. Project Cobble is the hotel. We are moving forward and getting the engineering for the roundabout going, so that way we can go to TIB and get this construction phase settled. So that is the holdup, but we're moving forward there. Project LK, that's actually tied to the lakeside development south of town, but they've bought another property where they're closing up on it, and it's the vacant parcel across from Regency at the park at Myra and Garrison Village Way, where they'll be senior assisted housing. So we haven't seen any plans yet, but they've done similar stuff like in Post Falls, so they do have a track record for that. Project Bullseye and OPH tend to be tied to the whole roundabout. Project Y, we're just waiting for frankly, this is tied to a site that needs to be sold up in the Spokane area so they can cash flow it. Project Smile, they continue doing due diligence out at Martin Airfield area. That plan itself is going to help a lot in that regard. Project FM, that is, they're looking basically at 125 in College and having that roundabout go in there. That's what they're looking at. So moving that forward is really going to move Project FM and where it actually gets going. Project Flight, a lot of that is tied to the plan that you just all recommended to the City Council. So I believe they'll get that on a forward trajectory. Residential, the remainder of Homestead over on Dones, we're just waiting for some final plans to get turned in over there. Northwest Residential, they have some property south of Southwest 6, just south of the old Rogers site, but that's going to be apartments, and we're essentially expecting the final submittal on that by summertime, so they'll add some units here. The Villages of Fort Walla Walla development we've been talking about for a while. We have communicated with them because this has been going on long enough for if they didn't get dirt going, it would put their planning approvals in jeopardy per state law. And it looks like they have the financing together, at least start the first 2 apartment buildings and the clubhouse. So it will be a phased development, but it is actually going to go, which I was concerned about. The Sermon development on Spitzenberg, just cross street from Wenzel Nursery. The first 2 structures of the apartment units have certificate of occupancy. We believe the remainder will be ready to go by this time next month. So they'll add a lot of units to the market locally here. Lakeside College Holdings, that is the former Craig Christensen property. We're just waiting for the last couple of development memos to get turned in because they want to move through the master plan development process. So that means they get a singular approval for the whole thing. So unlike other processes, they have to move through the hearing examiner, and that's quasi judicial. So as soon as they have all of their documentation ready to go, then the process can begin, but they'll be substantial. Villages Garrison Creek, or they're calling themselves Mill Creek Homes, Phase 11 and 13. It's under construction. We have 8 building permits issued for that already, so it is chugging along. Deer Meadows, that's Southwest 12th. The north side, there's no update on that. Developer out of Kennewick owns that property. They were looking at doing continuing Davis Street and essentially having duplexes along there. We're just waiting to see stuff turned in on that. Martin Airfield, no update as of yet. We are in development agreement negotiations though, so more to follow on that. Project SOD, this goes into some urban growth area things that we're going to try to get. This is up on Wallula Avenue, and they want to get in our urban growth area, so we will work with them and make that happen for affordable housing. And then Salerno Estates, which is Southwest 12th. Basically, a permit has been developed for one of the parcels out there, and that continues to develop as well. So in general, things are chugging along.
That's a lot, and I'm sure things are going to move quicker now that the weather's
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
So, well, great. Do we have any questions? All right. If there are no questions, our next meeting is going to be June 2nd, 2025. This year is flying by, unfortunately. Is there a motion to conclude the meeting at this time?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I second.
If there's no objections, the meeting is now concluded at record time, 5:25. Thank you all for being here.
Commission member Case, if you're still there, I just want you to know that I am aware that you're there and I'm sorry that I forgot to call your name during roll call. And I've marked you present.